Hello, this is Sean. Thank you so much for clicking back onto my channel. All right, happy Monday. I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of all this snow. So here I am. All right, Mr. Ram Truck, you better slow down. I'm here back in Northwest Indiana, Chicago. And we are back with the snow. Back with the snow. But that's okay because I'm still floating. I'm still floating from the weekend. So let me tell you how my weekend was. First of all, happy Monday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I did, even though it was, actually today is snowing. I was in Chicago all weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. My husband and I played hooky from work. We left around noon on Friday because we were celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary. So we left and we stayed at the Palmer House. It's a Hilton hotel, but it's called the Palmer House. Beautiful, beautiful house, beautiful hotel. We stayed there and checked out on Sunday. So Friday, it was really just a nice staycation because, of course, we wasn't sure about my son. He actually enjoyed himself in Indianapolis. Even though he did not make state, he went and roomed with someone who was wrestling. So he got the feel of what it will be like when he makes state. He had a great time. Fun was had by all. But we were in Chicago, and Friday night we just, chilled, enjoyed some time together. And we went to this restaurant called Jean and Georgetti. Beautiful restaurant, great, amazing food. I had lamb chops that was to die for. Enjoyed that. And then, was it Friday? Yes, it was Friday. So my husband, I did not know and I did not realize because we talked about it but hadn't talked about it. So, we knew that we weren't going to go away. We really wanted to go and really celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary in the Polynesian Islands, but with our son, we just knew that it just wasn't going to happen because how were we going to make that work with wrestling? So we ended up scrapping that. So we just said that's fine. We are going to Florida in May because my best friend who lives in Maryland, her and her fiance are getting married at a destination wedding in Florida. So we said, great, we will just celebrate our anniversary there and have a great time. But 25 is important. You can't have a do-over on your 25th wedding anniversary. So, we, on our actual anniversary, which is Valentine's Day, we had dinner at home. Our daughter ended up having a car accident. So, where we thought we were just going to end up watching our grandson, she was there. But we had a great dinner. It was cool. And then we said, you know what? Why don't we just go to Chicago and have a weekend away? So, okay, cool. So that is what I thought was the plans for our anniversary. But my husband, being who he is, I thought we were going to exchange cards. And so he tells me that he got me a book with an inscription. He knows I love books. And I was like, oh, who did he get to inscribe? Like, who could he get? And he gives me the book. I can't look at it right away. He talks to me and tells me that, my close friends were involved into making this whole thing happen. I open up the book and he gives me this beautiful ring. You cannot even see how beautiful it is, but I got an upgrade on my ring, and I really, it was a very touching, it was one of those moments where you are in a restaurant and you as a observer, you see something that's getting ready to happen, because actually they dim the lights for the ambiance. And so my husband asked if they could have the lights on for just 2 minutes because he was trying to film me. And he said, so they did. And so the whole event is filmed. But it was very much when you're an observer and you're seeing someone that you see something's going to happen, like they're getting ready to get proposed to. So I had no idea, but everybody was looking at us when it all happened. And, you know, people were like, congratulations and all that stuff. So it was very emotional. It was very much a surprise. I was not expecting it. I've never really talked about it, but it was a running joke. So I did not put it on IG. I put it on my Facebook because, truth be told, I know I said I was going to post things on IG, but truth be told, it was our anniversary and it was really a magical weekend. And on IG, my IG page is open to everybody, whether I know them or not, whether we have things in common. And I just thought it really was an intimate, personal moment. And so I just decided to put it on my Facebook page because that's where all my family and my friends are and people who know me and know John. And so it's on my Facebook page. So I apologize, it's not on IG because I just didn't really think it's for everyone's eyes only. And I didn't think anyone would really appreciate it as much as my family and my friends who are on my Facebook page. So, but I will tell you the story behind the ring and why I was so emotional, because on our 10th wedding anniversary, we spent 2 weeks in Hawaii. So we went to Oahu for the first week and we went to Maui the second week. And it was a great vacation. It was my first time away from our kids. They were babies. They were like 1 and 3. And maybe a little bit older. And we went to Oahu because that's the big island. That's the place where everybody goes shopping. So while we're busy there and we have, you know, we're still a young couple, still grinding, still doing our thing. We don't have assets or anything like that. We saved up our money to go to this trip. I mean, we saved up a lot of money. The trip was paid for because we didn't believe in being in debt even then. And we go to Tiffany's, right? So, you know, I was that girl, and I guess to make it all known, when we first got married, we were in the military. We didn't have any money. And I wasn't one of those girls that was into, I didn't think it was important. So when we got married, I didn't have a diamond. I had a wedding band. We had matching wedding bands. And actually, I had a fake ring. I had a cubic zirconia ring, just for show. But I didn't have a real diamond. And I was okay with that. Because I was in love and I was okay with that. So 7 years later is when my husband at a restaurant gifted me with my diamond ring. Beautiful ring. We were away in Florida with the kids and he gifted me that. But when we were on our 10th wedding anniversary, we go to Tiffany's and he's like, why don't you try on the ring? So I was like, okay. Now, I always say that you should go in for the Tiffany experience because it's magical. So I just want to paint you a picture. So we go in, we look at rings. I see this ring. It's a beautiful ring. It's huge. And, I'm like, I don't know. He says, go ahead and try it on. So she says, would you like to try it? And I said, sure. So we go in to this little room. It's a plain room. There's a chair, and the jeweler comes out with the box, sits down. We're sitting across, and gotta move my car. And she puts on these white gloves. And then she polishes the ring. And then she takes your hand and, takes your hand and then she slips the ring on. Okay, so after that, after that, I'm just steadily looking at the ring. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And it's like if I was a cartoon character, I would have had swirlies in my eyes. I was mesmerized by this ring. I think the ring was 4 carats. Beautiful, glowing. Oh, and there's a security guard behind us, by the way. But I fell in love with the ring. So I said, oh, don't worry about it. On our 25th wedding anniversary, you can gift me with the ring. Yeah, so I told my husband, I was like, that's okay. You know, on our 25th wedding anniversary, you can give me an upgrade. So that has always been the running joke, that I was going to get an upgrade. So fast forward, life happens, priorities change, and I think like 3 years ago, I said, listen, I know I told you about I wanted an upgrade on my ring, but you know what? I've changed my mind. You don't have to do that. I don't know if you've been planning it. I don't know if you thought I was joking about it, but I don't need an upgrade. You know, I've thought about it, and I think we should work towards our forever home. It's been on my mind. It's been on my heart. I've got dreams about it. I want our forever home. Because even though I would like the upgrade on the ring, the home is for us, you know? So that's what I said. So when he gifted me the ring is why I was in total shock, because I had forgotten all about the ring and was really just focusing on our forever home. So that's what makes the whole gift so emotional. So I hope you had a great weekend. Like I said, I had a fantastic weekend. I hope all is good. I am going to do a report on the Jussie Smollett thing, because that was really all I saw all weekend. So I got the Chicago Sun-Times, and here is a brand new article about Jussie Smollett. So I will talk about that briefly on my next video. Take care of yourself and each other. Talk to you soon. Bye. I almost forgot to tell you about Saturday. I'm busy telling you about my gift. So Saturday, we still enjoyed the time at the hotel very leisurely, and we went out Saturday night because at the Chicago Theater, which I posted a picture of my husband and I, we went out with another couple and we saw Sinbad. Sinbad is always hilarious. We've seen him many times. I think this might be our 4th time seeing him. He had another young comic. His name is Chase, up and coming comic. This is the first time that Sinbad had somebody on the stage with him, and it was just great to see Sinbad, who's 60, and this kid who's, you know, not really a kid, but he's a young comic. He's young, he's like in his early 30s, and talking about relationships and politics and men and women and all that stuff. It was hilarious. So we ate at a pub, English pub restaurant around the corner from the concert area, and then we saw Sinbad, and our friends were just, it was just fun to celebrate and have fun with another couple of friends. So I totally forgot about that, telling you about my night on Friday, but we saw Sinbad. If you have never seen Sinbad, please do so. He was on the stage for almost, counting the warm-up, 2.5 hours. Chase came on, and then Sinbad was on, so it was money well spent. He did a 2.5 hour set, so really good money well spent, and we had a great time laughing. So that's what I have, and I will be back with another video. Bye.